One of the first things my kids said to me when I asked them if they wanted to see Disney's Wish was, "Oh, it's from the people who made Frozen." And they're 8 and 10, so the marketing is working.
That's really sweet.
I mean, this is a creative reunion for you guys, obviously. So it's in the DNA.
What's exciting about this movie, though, is it's sort of a bridge because there are a lot of folks that it's the Frozen team, and then there's, in combination with a lot of new filmmakers and new songwriters, and Julie Michaels is of a new generation and is fresh and brilliant. So I think it also is saying, like, it's not Frozen, it's its own thing, but in it is a lot of I think the love and the playfulness of our spirit in it, and a lot of the folks who are on it who are the newer generation. Frozen was their first film here. So in Fawn, it was her first film here. And so we kind of carry the legacy of these films, especially for a lot of us, the last decade together as well.
I think the DNA is basically a love of Disney, a love of all the movies that we grew up on, all the great storytelling that Walt did, that Walt was just a master at. And I think that's where Frozen came from. That's where Wish comes from. So I think that's in the sort of the Disney DNA.
How has the Disney princess evolved over the years? And is Asha considered one?
Well, she's not a princess in terms of she's not royal. Yeah, and what's interesting, I think, as you say, how they've evolved is, if you look at the original fairy tales that were based on, like Brothers Grimm, Hans Christian Andersen and stuff, princess was a different concept. That was sort of the reward. And I think how we evolved is where you look at Frozen is to be the princesses put a lot of pressure on them, and to be a queen, you hold the responsibility. And I think so it was the shift of focus of not that is the end to a means. It's the concept of the incredible pressure to lead. And so I think that was really fun. And it was part of why we made Anna and Elsa royal, was not because of the princess legacy, but because of that put everything on them. And then I think with Asha, what I really was excited about was the ordinary hero's journey. And we are all that. And the classic fairy tales as well, still being up against extraordinary circumstances. And so she has her own fun twist at the end we can't give of who she is working towards becoming. But
Ariana DeBose is so great in this. She's obviously red hot right now, killed it in West Side Story. She won an Oscar. Did that sort of coming out party in that film, did that sort of lead to casting her in
Look,
this?
there's no question we saw her in that movie, and we realized very quickly she would make a perfect Asha. We actually made the offer to her right before she won the Oscar, and fortunately she accepted, so our timing was perfect. But more importantly, she was the right person to play this character.
And she's a Disney fan, too.
Yeah.
She couldn't wait to play the character.
Yeah.
I think Asha takes us into uncharted territory, which is really cool. Isn't that exciting? It opens the door for a completely new chapter for Disney animation. But I think that's really, really cool. She starts out on what I think we would say is a traditional Disney path for princesses or heroines. And then she decidedly chooses her own path, and I think that's what should be modeled for young people. This isn't just a job. This is a part of Disney legacy. I just instinctually knew that it would be special, and it is. This was very healing and cathartic and challenging for me, and I'm really proud of what we've all made together.